Good morning, I'm Frank Buckley. 3 deadly attacks in downtown LA within the span of 24 hours. The LAPD working to determine if the crimes are connected as they search for the suspects. We'll have the very latest just ahead.
I'm Eric Spillman. More than 2,000 people have died from an extremely powerful earthquake that hit Turkey and Syria. Search crews try to rescue people trapped underneath buildings that collapsed. I'll have the latest.
Good morning, I'm Lena Bovian, live here in Huntington Park. Coming up in 1 hour, the police department here will be releasing surveillance video showing the shooting death of 36-year-old double amputee Anthony Lowe.
Good morning, I'm Jessica Holmes. The wind rattling windows and bringing down trees across Southern California. We're going to show you some of the hardest hit areas just ahead.
Good morning, I'm Sam Rubin. More from the Grammys. There's kind of a lot to get to. And then something not Grammy related. A comedy skit on SNL doesn't have an important lesson to Hollywood. And is Hollywood listening? We'll show it to you coming up.
All right, just about 10 o'clock on this chilly and windy Monday morning, but things are going to be changing midweek. We could expect to see those temperatures up by about 10 degrees compared to what we're looking at for today. Clear skies, winds are dying down. That's the good news. It was windy last night, toppling some trees. 66 will be the high coastal downtown, 68, 67 in the San Fernando Valley, 58 high desert, 65 inland Empire, Orange County inland at about 70 degrees. Frank, back to you.
Some breaking news here. Frantic search for survivors this morning in Turkey and Syria after a magnitude 7.8 earthquake. More than 2,500 people are reported dead, and as night falls, there is concern the numbers will go higher. KTLA's Eric Spillman in the newsroom with more for us. Eric, good morning.
Good morning, Frank. It's now 9 p.m. in Turkey, and search efforts continue around the clock. Let's go to a live picture from the city of Adana, which is in southeastern Turkey, and this is about 130 miles away from the epicenter of the quake. You see rescue crews digging through what's left of some kind of a housing complex there. They're using heavy equipment to remove large pieces of concrete, but occasionally they call for the generators and the machinery to be turned off to make it silent so they can hear the cries of victims who might be buried underneath all the debris. The search is extremely dangerous work because many of the buildings are unstable. Yeah, that's what happened in Malatya in south central Turkey. You see people running as another building collapsed there. Either it was weakened by the first quake or an aftershock caused it to fall. It's one of the many hazards that search crews are facing. This was one of the strongest quakes to hit this part of the world since the year 1939. It struck at 4:17 a.m. local time, and it was centered in the city of Gaziantep in southeastern Turkey. The 7.8 magnitude quake caused damage in Syria, and it was felt in Lebanon, Cyprus, Israel, Jordan, and even Egypt. These pictures come from a security camera in a store in Turkey. The shaking lasts for more than a minute. In Syria, whole neighborhoods were flattened. In this video from a drone, you can't really make out any structures that withstood the quake. All you can see are piles of concrete and other building materials. Survivors are telling harrowing stories.
عندي 4 أولاد وزوجتي وأنا كنا موجودين في البيت ونايمين بأمان.
This man, his wife, and 4 children made it out of their 4-story building. They're now in a hospital. He says they ran when the quake hit. He says we made it to the entrance of the building and it collapsed on us. He says God saved us when a wooden door fell on us to protect us from the debris. Back to Turkey now, where rescue crews are finding some success. Occasionally, they're finding people who survived in air pockets underneath what's left of buildings that pancaked. They carry those people out on stretchers. Help is coming in from all over the world. The U.S., the European Union, Russia, India, and Israel are all sending search and rescue crews as well as humanitarian aid. In Turkey alone, more than 3,000 buildings collapsed, 5,000 people are hurt, and more than 2,000 have been killed. But all those numbers are expected to go higher. We'll send it back to you.
Just awful. All right, Eric, appreciate the update there. In about an hour here, we should be getting new information in a deadly police shooting involving a double amputee. Huntington Park police are expected to release new video and audio of that encounter. KTLA's Alina Bovian live in Huntington Park with details. Alina, good morning.
Jessica, good morning. That's right. I just confirmed with the police department here that they will be releasing the surveillance video, which shows from multiple angles exactly the encounter between 36-year-old Anthony Lowe and Huntington Park police officers that day. Now, so many questions since then have been circulating. Exactly what happened? Were these officers justified in killing this man? And we do have some video. This goes back to several weeks ago. This is cell phone video that has been circulating, but of course it only shows just one perspective of what happened. Many people saying that this was not justified, especially the family of Anthony Lowe. This story goes back to January 26th. The man in this cell phone video is a double amputee. He was shot and killed by Huntington Park police after Anthony Lowe, the man in this video, allegedly stabbed another man moments earlier. Police say that Lowe used a 12-inch butcher knife to stab a random person without provocation on the street and then used that same knife to attack police. Officers say they tased Lowe twice, but it was unsuccessful. Eventually, the officers opened fire, shooting him multiple times. Anthony Lowe's family is now pursuing legal charges against the Huntington Park Police Department and this city, multiple millions of dollars in this lawsuit, alleging wrongful death and civil rights violations. Over the weekend, community activists, they held a march in support. The family believes police could have handled this situation differently, adding that Anthony Lowe was suffering from depression after losing his legs with law enforcement.
So I'm here for all the mothers and the families that's scared to stand up and come out here. And I'm saying, come out here, stand up for your family, because we need justice today, and we won't get it if we don't come out and raise, this noise.
And according to a GoFundMe page that was posted online, the man who was allegedly stabbed by Anthony Lowe, his name is Ramiro, and he is still recovering in the hospital. He says he's the real victim in this case, and he believes that officers did act with merit that day. We have not spoken to him personally, but this is all information that was posted to that GoFundMe page, and he says he is the real victim in this case. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Alina, thank you for that. Developing news here in downtown LA. Been a series of deadly attacks in the area over the span of 24 hours. It's not clear if the incidents are connected. The LAPD is investigating a fatal shooting near the 10 freeway. Officers found a body at the corner of 17th Street and Broadway after midnight last night. Detectives are investigating it as a homicide, though it's still unclear how the victim died. This comes after two unidentified women were killed in separate homicides early Sunday morning. Both victims were in their 30s. The first woman found with multiple stab wounds just before 2 a.m. near Main and 3rd Street. Then 2 hours later, the second woman was found shot to death inside her car near 5th and Wall Streets. Again, no word on whether all of these three crimes are connected. Police have yet to release details about a motive or a suspect for the incidents.
A boater who was rescued off the coast of Oregon has been arrested.
This comes after a wave caused his boat to capsize at sea. A video captured the moment a Coast Guard swimmer jumped into the ocean to save 35-year-old Jericho Labonte. Officers say Labonte was actually wanted by police for leaving a dead fish on the porch of the famous Goonies house in Astoria. He apparently, according to police, stole the boat seen in that rescue video. The Coast Guard member saying he risked his life to save the suspect.
It was a pretty crazy rescue, I think. It was kind of wild. I kind of got thrown around a little bit by the wave. And then when I came up, I noticed that the boat was pretty much in shambles and kind of split in two. So then, I started looking for the survivor at that point. After I kind of realized and recognized the actual havoc that wave put on that boat.
And it's not his boat, it is a boat that he allegedly stole. Coast Guard crews happened to be in the area doing helicopter training when they spotted that boat. Labonte was treated for mild hypothermia and is now under arrest.
That's an unusual story.
A whole bunch of things going on.
Hell of a lot going on.
Yeah.
But the way that boat just rolled in the waves
over,
like that.
man, that could have been, if you're in the
Yeah.
cabin in there, or, whoa. That diver guy, too. I mean,
Yeah.
you're going in the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
To save this guy
Yeah.
who apparently, according to the
Yeah.
cops, stole the boat.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. 8 minutes after 10 o'clock. Hey, good Monday morning and cool.